morning, everyone. Welcome to the NICE EDU CMU 2026.
And we are live from the Faculty of Education, Chiang University. But first of all, let us introduce ourselves.
Yes.
My name's Shannon Hongsu, or you can call me JK.
My name is Pichepon Bunsut. You can call me Leah. We are your site hosts for today, bringing you all the excitement before the main event begins.
Yeah, and today marks the 5th National and the 3rd International Conference on Education.
And our theme for this year, this is very incredibly fascinating. This is educational in the era of human AI teaming, developing competency for meaningful collaborations.
Yeah. And this is how we as humans can effectively and meaningfully collaborate AI to the future of our education.
Yes, it is a huge collaboration collab between the Chiang University and many amazing partners like UNESCO, SEAMEO, Kobe University, Shanghai University, Hong Kong University, BOTNOI Group, and so on.
Yeah, Leah, and by looking at the agenda today, it's going to be very packed with invaluable insight.
Yes, first of all, at 9:30, we have the incredible keynote speech by Associate Professor Dr. Gary Chiang. From Hong Kong, he will be divided deep into the main theme. This is the education in the era of human AI teaming. You definitely don't want to miss this.
Yeah, and right after that, at 10:15, there is a very interesting panel session called Learning How to Learn with AI, Perspective from the Next Generation, featuring students sharing their experience and opinions about how they use AI in their learning journeys.
Yes, absolutely. We also have sessions on teaching with AI, innovative practice for future learner at 11. And at 11:35, a big discussion on AI in education, policies and cooperation perspectives.
Yeah, so to our online audiences, thank you so much for being here today, and don't forget to stay tuned with us throughout the day.
Yes.
Oh, Leah, before the main event to begin, why don't we just take a look and explore around the exhibition area?
Yeah, this is what the best idea.
Yes.
Right now, we are working toward to the exhibition zones. There are so many interesting booths here today.
Yeah.
And if you look at this, all focus on educational technologies. Do you exciting?
Yes, of course. Very excited today.
Yes. Okay. Look at this booth. We are on the Chiang computer.
Yes.
Hi. Excuse me. Could you introduce yourself and could you tell our audience what is this booth is about?
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our booth, Chiang Computer. And today we're very proud to represent that our product from Apple can make very easily any AI content. Yeah. In nowadays we use AI for using. Maybe we can use for doing homework or doing any work. Yeah. And today we have very extra price for the education price here. And the education price we can make the Apple product very affordable to purchase it. Any teacher, any student can buy it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing your information with us. That's really interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Wow, this is absolutely amazing here. This is the coolest innovations. We have the what is this called?
This is called MacBook Neo.
Yes, MacBook Neo. This is a new, right?
There is a new one. Available. This one available in this year, yeah. And the price starting just 20,000 baht. And our iPad, the price starting 16,000 baht. The price very affordable. If you're interested, you can add me in the line. Yeah, you can add it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And do you have like some great deal or discount for students like us?
Of course, yes. Any education staff, any student, and any teacher can purchase it. Can purchase in education price.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you so much.
only education
For
staff,
education.
student, and teacher.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
So if anyone who is interested in the Chiang MacBook, you can contact them, and Buy it?
Yes. Okay. Let's move on to the next stations. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hello. Good morning. Okay. Could you please introduce yourself and tell our audience how it is good about? Okay.
Hello, my name is Amin Saksopin.
And my name is Walanon Asili Sopanon.
We've developed a smart technology called AI Doctor that can help you learn your illness. First, you press the Get Started button, and then you see our terms of use. If you press Accept, you will be brought to the second page where you will input your data. You can use our IoTs or you can input it yourself. Here is a smart card reader. You can put in your ID card to let it put the information here. This is a body temperature sensor. You can measure the temperature of your body. Here is blood pressure sensor. You can measure your blood oxygen. This is blood pressure and heart rate sensor. It'll measure it from this Bluetooth device. We'll connect to this device and send it to the web application.
We would like to borrow your for this test.
Okay, sorry.
ได้ใส่กิ๊บไปเลยช่วยอะไรดีช่วยหน่อย
While we wait for the information, we will have to insert the weight and the height ourselves because we don't have any IoTs to input that data yet.
Hello, I'm Professor Bloom, an AI assistant.
And here, you can add extra symptoms like a fever, dry cough, and others.
How can I help you?
ไม่เสร็จสักทีอ่ะ
Okay, here, the blood pressure and heart rate sensor is finished. Here, the data will show up on the screen on this IoT device, and then will be sent to the web application here.
Hello, I'm Professor
And then,
Bloom,
when we press diagnosis, the AI will start thinking about what our illness is. But its limit is 42 common illnesses as specified by the NHSO.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is so innovative, right?
Interesting.
Yeah, this is really showing the future of learning. Thank you so much. It's so clever. Now, next move on to the next one.
Certainly. NICE EDU CMU 2026
Hello,
is
good
organized by the Faculty
morning.
of Education.
Could you
Loránd
introduce
University
yourself
as an
and
academic
could you
platform for
tell about our
educators and
audience what is this booth about, okay?
Okay, so good morning everyone. My name is Warapong Sambun, but you can call me Yok. I'm the first year. So about our booth is,
artificial intelligence and meaningful
as you can see, our booth, his name is Hey AI, Hey Hi AI. So it's about scaling personalized education, empowering education institution, and comparison with AI power. e-assessment, and personalized adapting learning system, serving as a CEO teacher to scale personalized education.
Yeah, and they also have this pamphlet for you to pick up at the booth and read for more information.
I just want to know how it's different from other one.
How it is different between Hey Hi AI and other normal AI is that Hey Hi AI can design with educators in mind, reduce the learning curve and increase productivity with fewer buttons and clicks. Number two, Hey Hi AI need effortless personalized content. Third, AI learning buddy, Hey Hi can be that. Number four, it can versatile content system, and we have more for things that Hey Hi AI can do. You can read in the brochure. Okay, thank you.
I think it will be very beneficial for us, especially as a teacher in the future.
Yes, it's help us in creating worksheets or
Yes.
it can how do you call it? It can assess me to which level am I for learning, and it can help us develop learning along with the children and teachers.
Yeah, that's very smart and impeccable. I would definitely use this in the future.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
when I go in the school for my teaching practice.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you, thank you.
so much.
Next, move on to the next station. Okay, now we go by the Education University of Hong Kong. Could you please introduce yourself and tell all of us about this booth?
Hi everyone, my name is Piyakon Rajphomin.
Good morning, I am Apirak Sugyu.
And here is our booth, the Global Institute for Emerging Technology. This booth is about the course in Hong Kong University. Yeah?
And this both is aimed to enhance inclusive and equitable quality education. The team has launched this program, which is Learning Innovation and Emerging Technologies Forum Series with the UNESCO Institute for Information Technologies in Education and the UNESCO Chairs Program to share promising practices of academic collaboration with different partners.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. This is so innovative, right?
Knowledgeable.
Yes, thank you so much for sharing with us.
Now let's
thank
proceed
you.
to the next booth. Yeah.
PJK. Okay. Hi, excuse me. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. So could you please introduce yourself and briefly share about our audience how this booth is about? Okay.
Yes, sure. My name is Allison Witt. I'm the Director of International Programs at the College of Education at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. And here we're presenting about some opportunities to partner for universities and schools to partner together, and also our graduate programs that we have that are online so people can participate from anywhere in the world.
Thank you so much. This is so very interesting, right? Yes.
If I want to apply to this university, do they have a scholarship?
Oh, yes, actually many scholarships.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's very much merit-based. So if you have strong grades and strong interest, particularly in different research areas, then it's very likely that you can get a scholarship, especially for graduate study. Graduate study, we try to attract the best and smartest people from around the world.
Yeah.
So please apply.
Thank you so much, and I will take this into consideration.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much. And nice to
Thank
meet
you so
today.
much. This is so amazing. Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us. Thank you. Now, hello. Good morning. Yes, could you please introduce yourself and tell about your project, okay?
Okay. Okay, my name is Jiacheng Gu from Shanghai Normal University, and our project is MetaClass. Traditional macro teaching for pre-service teachers often lacks real student interaction, and while teaching directly in schools, real schools often is constrained by time, cost, and ethical considerations. So MetaClass goals is to bridge this gap by create a safe, repeatable, and real training environment. So MetaClass is an AI-powered platform designed for pre-service teacher education, and it creates an immersive virtual classroom driven where teacher candidates in this classroom can practice teaching with LLM driven humanoid student agents. These student agents can understand what teachers say and display different cognitive levels, personalities, and respond naturally and classroom behaviors, making the teacher experience much closer to the real classroom. Yeah.
Can you show of us how it's working?
Oh, I have no microphone, so I cannot make the sound to these students. Sorry.
Okay, there's no problem. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Thank you. Now, let's move on to the next one. Wow! Hello, where are you from?
Well, I'm Swakorn Kanjing. I'm from the Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University.
And what is this booth about?
Well, this booth is about VR innovation that simulates situations and learning experiences. These situations cover different topics, such as PM 2.5 pollution, and also new classroom environments for the new generations, such as the alpha generations. And also, the Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University, has supported this innovation, about 40 of them for both students and teachers.
Wow, so very interesting. Could you show us how it's working?
Well, you just come here and put on this, just press it, right? Wait a minute. And you just... Wow. Well, I can't see you now because, well, and we just doing this, just like that. And this is how you use it.
That's very innovative.
Yeah, it looks so fun.
Do they sell it?
Of course, it's very fun to use, and well, we hope you will be entertained by this innovation. Of course.
If I interesting, how do I contact or how can I buy it?
Well, as you can see, it's for Meta Quest 2 of the Facebook, right? You can buy it inside. It will be cost like 25,000 baht, I think. Yes, you can buy it actually.
If you don't want to miss it, let's contact and buy it. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And Leah, I think we have missed something, some booth, maybe at BOTNOI.
BOTNOI group, yes.
Have you been there before?
No.
Let's go to BOTNOI.
Now let's move on to the BOTNOI group station.
Yes.
Our booth is very absolutely amazing, right?
Yeah, very amazing.
Yes.
I think if you really want to use the AI, the VR, just apply to Chiang Mai University.
Yes.
At bachelor's degree, graduate's degree, master degrees, and everything.
Yes, BOTNOI group. Look at it. This is one of our partner. But look, this is a time for the main stage begins.
Before the main stage begins, I think we need to stop here and go to the main stage.
Yes. Now let's move on to the main stage. Do you fun?
So fun. I had so
Yes.
much fun this morning.
Absolutely.
Meeting so many people, so many guests.
Okay, now we are now sending you over to the main stage for the official opening ceremony. Thank you for joining our live stream and enjoy the conference. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and observe a moment of silence. Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are now delighted to welcome all of you to the 5th National and the 3rd International the NICE EDU CMU 2026. I am Nathaniel Nivebrakan.
And I'm Tanya Gujaral. We are lecturer in ELTE at the Faculty of Education. This year is exceptional special because we have two rising stars to join us. So please welcome them.
Good morning, I'm Supagan Gansha.
And I am Farida Tongchim. We are English language student, Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University. 4 of us are your MC today. We are very pleased to have all of you here at the Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University.
A moment ago, we were entertained by the performance of music education band and the student from Chiang Mai University Demonstration School. I'm sorry about that. And Chiang Mai University Kindergarten and Primary Demonstration School and student from Faculty of Education. What do you think about the show?
Those were amazing show, right? But that's not all for today. We have many more sections await for you for this conference. And this year, we came under the theme of Educations in the Era of Humans AI Teaming, developing competencies for meaningful collaborations with AI. Right, Sky?
Sure. In the morning section, we have distinguished keynote speaker and panel discussion on AI and education. In the afternoon section, we have showcase for teaching performance and oral presentation for the national and international conference.
Moreover, this conference brings together academia, researcher, teacher, lecturer, and students who are part of educational communities. We hope that we strengthen and develop networks and community for teaching profession.
Before we go any further, may I inform you about Facebook Live? So we have live translation supported by BOTNOI group. So you can choose your own language. There are more than 20 languages provided for you.
For those who would like the translation assistant, you can access the Facebook page of the Faculty of Education and open the live streams. And as you can see on the screens, we have the QR code over there on the right-hand side. You can scan and access and also choose your preference language. Thanks once again to BOTNOI Group for helping us with these amazing tools.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, we are now in the opening session. I would like to invite Assistant Professor Dr. Tipratnoparit, Dean and Committee Chair of this conference, to give you a welcome speech. Please join me in welcoming her.
Honorable President of Chiang Mai University, Vice President, distinguished guests, representatives from our partner institutions, researchers, faculty members, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University, it is my great honor to welcome all of you to the fifth National and the 3rd International Conference on Education, or NICE EDU CMU 2026. This year, rather than delivering a traditional report, I am pleased to introduce a special assistant from our website to present the key information and important highlights of today's conference. Please welcome EDU CMU AI Avatar, Professor Bloom. Okay, good morning, Professor Bloom. Could you please introduce yourself, please?
Hello, I am Professor Bloom, an AI assistant proudly developed through a collaboration between the Faculty of Education and BOTNOI Group to serve on the faculty's website. Welcome to the NICE EDU CMU 2026. How can I help you today? Is there anything else I can help you with?
Yes. Professor, could you open the whole page of the conference, please? Okay. Can you briefly tell us about this conference, please?
Certainly. NICE EDU CMU 2026 is organized by the Faculty of Education, Chiang University, as a platform for sharing knowledge and research. This year's focus is on education in the age of human AI teaming, which highlights preparing teachers, learners, and leaders to work with artificial intelligence in meaningful, ethical, and responsible ways. Is there anything else I can help with today?
Yes, absolutely. Could you scroll down to the objectives of this conference and tell us briefly?
Got it. I'm scrolling you to the section on the principles, rationale, and objectives. Crucially, the conference aims to drive the human-AI teaming concept for meaningful and ethical collaboration, promote learning innovations and systemic integration of educational technology, exchange knowledge through research dissemination and academic engagement, and finally, strengthen academic networks nationally and internationally. Is there anything else I can help with today? That's all.
No, not yet. Could you please introduce the institution and organization collaborating with this conference, please?
Of course. There's Chiang Mai University, the Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University, the Education University of Hong Kong, which is our key co-host, the UNESCO Institute for Information Technologies and Education, the UNESCO Chair, SEAMEO, Shanghai Normal University, Kobe University's GEPP, Eötvös Loránd University, the College of Education, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign, BOTNOI Group, and the Association of Curriculum and Instruction of Thailand. Their partnership builds a strong academic network. Is there anything else I can help with today?
Yes, the last question. Can you summarize the activity of this conference, please?
Certainly. In the morning session, the conference will feature a keynote speech and 3 panel discussion sessions with distinguished scholars and experts. Then in the afternoon, participants will present their research papers in parallel sessions, providing opportunities for academic exchange, discussion, and creative networking. Is there anything else I can help with today?
Okay, thank you, Professor, for helping me present the information about the conference. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
It was my absolute pleasure to help. Wishing the NICE EDU CMU 2026 great success. Goodbye.
Okay. You may see it on our website soon. Okay, on behalf of Faculty of Education, Chiang University, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to Chiang University, all partner institutions and organizations, the organizing committee, distinguished speaker, presenters, and all participants for making this conference possible. It is now my great honor and privilege to invite the President of Chiang Mai University, Professor Dr. Phongratsi Bandit-Mongkol, to deliver the welcome and opening remarks and officially open the NICE EDU CMU 2026. Please welcome our President.
Representative from our national and international partners, institutions and organizations. This is Loránd, partners, researchers, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. On behalf of Chiang Mai University, it is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the 5th National and International Conference on Education. Our our NICE EDU CMU 2026. Held on July 2nd and 3rd this year at the Faculty of Education, Chiang University. This year, we had the theme of education in the age of human AI teaming, developing competencies for meaningful collaboration with AI. The theme reflects one of the most important challenges and opportunities facing education today. As artificial intelligence and digital technology contribute to transform our society, economics, and way of living, education must grow to prepare learners not only to use technology, but also to collaborate with it wisely, ethically, and meaningfully. At Chiang University, we are committed to advancing educational quality, promoting innovation in learning, and strengthening collaboration with leading universities and institutions around the world. NICE EDU CMU 2026 reflects our aspiration to serve as a university of learning, research, and innovation that contributes to society, local community, and the global academic community. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all other institutions and organizations whose collaboration has made this conference possible. These include the Faculty of Education, Chiang University, of course, the Education University of Hong Kong, the UNESCO Institute for Information Technology in Education, or UNESCO IITE, the UNESCO Chair, the Southeast Asian Minister of Education Organization, or SEAMEO, Shanghai Normal University, Kobe University, Loránd University or ELTE University, the College of Education from Vancouver, University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, BOTNOI Group, and the Association of Curriculum and Instruction of Thailand. The participation of these distinguished institutions has transformed NICE EDU CMU 2026 into a truly international and interdisciplinary platform for academic exchanges and collaboration. The contribution strengthened dialogue in areas such as educational research, learning innovation, digital technology, artificial intelligence, teacher education and professional development, and the expansion of academic networks connecting Thailand with Asia and the world. I would like also to extend my deepest appreciation to all partners, speakers, researchers, and participants for contributing to this conference through presentation, discussion, innovation, showcases, and collaborative dialogue. This interaction not only enrich the conference's experience, but also create opportunities for future partnerships in research, academic exchange, curriculum development, and educational innovation. I would like to expressly commend the Faculty of Education, Chiang University, for their dedication and continuous effort in organizing this conference. Over the years, NICE EDU CMU has grown into an important platform for knowledge exchange and activities for educational collaboration at both national and international levels. Ladies and gentlemen, In the era of human AI teaching, the future of education is not defined by technology alone. Rather, it is defined by our ability to cultivate human capabilities that enable us to think critically, act ethically, create responsibly, and collaborate meaningfully with intelligent technology. This conference offers an important opportunity for us to explore new perspectives, challenging existing assumptions, and imagine new possibilities for education in an increasingly interconnected and technology-driven world. I firmly believe that NICE EDU CMU 2006 will be more than an academic conference. It will be a platform for inspiration, knowledge creation, and meaningful collaboration that contributes to the advancement of quality, sustainable, and future-ready education for generations to come. On behalf of Chiang University, I once again warmly welcome our participants to NICE EDU CMU 2006 and extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee, supporting organizations, partner institutions, and everyone whose dedication and contribution have made this conference possible today. It is now my great honor and pleasure to officially declare the 5th National and 3rd International Conference on Education, NICE EDU CMU 2006 open. I wish the conference every success and wish all participants a productive, inspiring, and enjoyable experience in the city of Shanghai. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Dr. Komatsi Bandit, for such a remarkable opening speech.
It is a great opportunity for us to cooperate with the amazing Eötvös UNESCO IITE Institute for Information Technologies in Education. Here is the video message from Interim Director of UNESCO IITE, Associate Professor Secretariat.
Distinguished guests, colleagues and partners, good morning. It is a real pleasure to join you, at least virtually, on behalf of UNESCO IITE as a proud partner of this important conference. We value the partnership with Chiang Mai University, with the Education University of Hong Kong, the Southeast Asia Ministries of Education Organization, and the many familiar universities and institutions on the list of partnerships that are here present. Thank you, especially for the opportunity to deliver a few opening remarks. So I was drawn to the theme of this conference, and I wish to raise in a spirit of collective learning how we at UNESCO are wrestling with the questions that the theme poses, especially the notion of human AI teaming. It is a phrase that we're inclined to welcome. It sounds collaborative, balanced, modern. And yet at UNESCO, we are finding that this idea, the more we sit with it, the more we engage with it, the more we learn from others how this concept is unfolding, we believe that it deserves a deeper reflection, which we look forward to engaging with you on in this event. So as many of you may know, UNESCO released 2 competency frameworks, one for teachers and one for students, focused on cultivating what we called AI competencies. And these 2 frameworks, since its release in September 2024, have found real resonance in the education community worldwide, And I particularly want to call out how much we have also valued our engagement with the Education University of Hong Kong and their development of a similar framework for teachers in higher education. In all of these frameworks, we have called aspirationally for a human-centered mindset as a distinctive competency in the age of AI, and within this, the cultivation of human agency. The agency of teachers, individually and collectively, and that of students in the interaction with increasingly autonomous so-called agentic AI. And then almost in the same breath, we speak of human AI co-creation, because we could already see how the interaction has become between humans and machines, and that they are now wound into one another in the very act of thinking, of cognition, of producing knowledge. And we find it hard to say where and when our own ideas and the system's contribution begins. We talk more and more about the entanglement of the human and the machine. But naming it openly and framing it with a degree of intellectual honesty also suggests that we have not quite resolved a shared understanding of how this is playing out. The more entangled the two becomes, the harder it becomes to claim that which is entirely human-centered. It is not easy to keep ourselves at the center of a cognitive, social and emotional learning process in which the human and the machine are no longer cleanly separable. Centeredness assumes a center. Entanglement, on the other hand, makes a center hard to locate. So this is the one thread that we are offering this conference to engage with. The notion of teaming applies to parties, and we assume fairly equal ones. But is that what is happening here, where there are two agents teaming up? Or is it one hybrid process that we call a team? Partly because the language of partnership tends to be more flattering than the language of dependence. So when we write with an AI tool, are we and the machine a team of two? Or is it some emerging evidence suggests a single human-machine process that we divide into the human part and the AI part only afterwards? So we also think that it could cut the other way, that perhaps teaming is a more honest word and human-centered may be the more nostalgic one. Perhaps insisting the human stays firmly at the center clings to a separation the technology has already moved past. And I want to invoke the spirit of Vygotsky, who reminded us that cognition has never sealed inside a single mind. It was always distributed across people and tools. And on that view, the entangled human-AI process isn't a fall from some purer human-centered state. It may be the newest chapter of what thinking has always been: social, mediated, shared. So this is the thread that we would like to hand to you. Not whether human-AI teaming is good or bad, but whether it is even the right name for what is happening to us, and what each would answer and ask of our classrooms. So we offer these insights in the spirit in which I hope the conference unfolds, which is open, rigorous intellectual engagement. We know at UNESCO that our frameworks are not scripture. They are our best attempt at a certain moment, and we also believe that these are moments for shared learning. And in this respect, we are particularly keen to hear how your experience, your insights, your collective engagement wrestles with these very questions. So at the UNESCO IITE and through our partnerships with yourselves, we look forward to learning with all of you. Thank you, and I wish you a rich and rewarding conversation. Kopkun Maka.
That's a wonderful message from UNESCO IITE. Thank you very much. One more special co-host for us to make this conference memorable is Southeast Asian Minister of Education Organization, SEAMEO. This is the time for opening remark from the Director of SEAMEO Secretariat, Datuk Dr. Habibah Abdul Rahim. Please welcome.
Honorable President Pongruk Sri Bandit Mongku of Chiang Mai University, Vice President, Dean, Faculty of Education, university leaders, professors, researchers, industry partners, dear teachers and students, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. On behalf of the Southeast ASEAN Ministers of Education Organization, or SEAMEO, I would like to congratulate Chiang Mai University and our co-organizers for bringing together universities, educators, researchers, industry, and students to engage in one of the most important questions facing education today. How can we harness AI to improve learning while keeping education human-centered? For Southeast Asia, this question is becoming increasingly important. Our region is home to nearly 700 million people, more than 7,000 universities, and almost 12 million higher education students. We are also one of the world's fastest growing digital economies. Across the region, employers are rapidly adopting AI, data analytics, automation technologies, which fundamentally are reshaping the skills expected of Southeast Asian graduates. At the same time, the World Economic Forum 2025 estimates that around 40% of job-related skills will change within the next 5 years in our region. This means we are no longer preparing students for a single stage of education or a single first job. Rather, we are preparing them for lifelong learning across multiple transitions. But to understand what this means for AI, we must first shift how we see education itself. Education is not a single system. It is an ecosystem of interconnected circles. Today, we sit inside a classroom, which are parts of schools or universities, which are housed within cities, which are located within countries. All of these circles are not separate. They are deeply interdependent. And if one circle is weak, the entire ecosystem is affected. This is where the challenge in our region becomes clear. Technological progress across Southeast Asia is deeply uneven. The report on digital transformation in higher education in Southeast Asia by UNESCO International Center for Higher Education Innovation, or IITE, highlights significant disparities across our countries. While some systems, such as Singapore, are advancing rapidly in AI integration and digital governance, others are still strengthening foundational infrastructure, institutional readiness, and educator capacity. But this unevenness is not only a higher education issue. It reflects imbalances across the entire education system, from school connectivity and teacher preparedness to TVET alignment with industry to lifelong learning opportunities for adults. At the same time, universities do not operate in isolation from this broader ecosystem. The latest evidence from our Southeast Asia Primary Learning Matrix, or CPLM, 2024 report sends a clear and urgent signal. Nearly 1 million grade 5 students across participating countries are reading only at a grade 2 level proficiency after 5 years of schooling. Compounding this, our SEAMEO rapid scoping study on out-of-school children and youth estimates show that the volume of out-of-school children and youth has expanded from 7 million pre-pandemic to a staggering 11.8 million to 17 million currently. These are precisely the kinds of complex problems that require integrated intelligence across the entire education system. To return to the question I posed at the beginning, I believe the answer lies in 3 priorities. First, we must keep people, not technology, at the center of AI. AI is only as effective as the people who use it. A human-centered approach begins by investing in teachers, empowering learners, and equipping leaders with the knowledge to use AI responsibly and ethically. It means ensuring that digital transformation is inclusive. Every learner should have access to the opportunities AI can create. Secondly, we must use AI to solve the problems that matter most to people. AI should not be adopted simply because it is new. It should be deployed where it creates meaningful impact. Across Southeast Asia, AI can help reduce learning inequalities, address skills mismatches, strengthen TVET, support higher education, and improve lifelong learning. Beyond education, it can contribute to tackling complex challenges such as disaster preparedness, environmental sustainability, and workforce planning. When AI is guided by human needs rather than technological novelty, it becomes a force for inclusive development. And finally, we must think beyond AI in classrooms and build AI-enabled education ecosystems. If AI remains limited to classrooms, its impact will remain partial. We must design smart schools that support early diagnosis of learning gaps and personalized learning. We must strengthen smart TVET that aligns skills development with labor market needs. We must enable smart universities that integrate research, innovation, and data-driven decision-making. And we must connect these into broader smart cities where education, data, labor market signals, transport systems, and environmental data inform national planning and policy. No single institution can build this alone. Governments, universities, regional organizations, and industry must work together to build shared frameworks, shared infrastructure, and shared trust. This is why NICE EDU CMU is so important. It is more than a conference. It is a platform for Southeast Asia to move from fragmented solutions to integrated action towards strengthening the entire education ecosystem across our region. To the students here today, you will graduate into a world where AI continues to evolve rapidly across every layer of society. Your advantage will not come from competing with technology, but from learning how to work with it, with responsibility, creativity, and purpose. On behalf of SEAMEO, I look forward to working with all of you to ensure that digital transformation strengthens the entire education ecosystem, address our region's most persistent challenges, and contribute to a more inclusive, sustainable, and resilient Southeast Asia. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director of SEAMEO, Secretariat, an amazing message. And one last remarkable co-host, the Education University of Hong Kong. At this moment, I would like to invite Associate Professor Gary Chiang to give the opening remark for us. Please join me in welcoming him.
Distinguished President of Chiang Mai University, Professor Pongrat Shubandit Monko, respected Dean of Faculty of Education, Dr. Tiparai Noparat, and Director of SEAMEO Secretariat, Dr. Habiba Abdul Rahim, and honorable guests, colleagues from UNESCO and the UNESCO Institute for Information Technology in Education. Esteemed partner, institution, faculty members, teachers and students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to all of you. Sawadee krap. On behalf of the Education University of Hong Kong, it is my great honor to join you in Chiang Mai for the 5th National and 3rd International Conference on Education. Let me congratulate Chiang Mai University and its Faculty of Education on convening this gathering, and thank our host for their kind welcome. This year's theme, Education in the Era of Human AI Teaming, could not be more timely. In just a few years, AI has moved from a novelty to a tool our students reach for every day. The question is no longer whether AI belongs in education. It is how teachers and learners can work with it to deepen understanding rather than replace it. The word teaming matters. A tool is something we operate. A teammate is someone we direct, question, and hold to account. When we treat AI as a teammate, the human steps up, not back. What we believe is simple. Technology should help people grow, but not replace them. Meaningful collaboration is measured not by how much AI produces for us, but by how much we grow because of it. None of us can do this alone, and that is the beauty of this conference. Gathered in this room are partners from Thailand and across the world. At UHK, Asia's leading university dedicated to teacher education, we are proud to stand among them, and we come not only to contribute, but to learn from you. So to our host at Chiang Mai University, thank you for your vision and hospitality. To every teacher, researchers, and student here, thank you for your work, and thank you to keep learning human. On behalf of the Education University of Hong Kong, I wish the conference every success. Thank you very much. Khot Kun Kap.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Gary Chiang, for a wonderful opening remark for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now in the opening moments. I would like to invite the following guests of honor on the stage to share the memorable moment together. Representative from BOTNOI Group, Mr. Kirk Aruno Prayot. From Shanghai Normal University, Professor Ning Bu. The Dean of the Faculty of Education, Assistant Professor Dr. Tiparat Noparit. The Vice President of Chiang Mai University, Associate Professor Usani Thampakor. The President of Chiang Mai University, Professor Dr. Pongrak Si Bandit Mongkon. The Education University of Hong Kong, Associate Professor Gary Chiang. UNESCO EELTE, Dr. Yang Darling Lind. University of SEAMEO, Duruk, Dr. Habiba Abdul Rahams, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Associate Professor Alison Witt, and the Associations of Curriculums and Instructions of Thailand, Associate Professor Dr. Somkiat Intasing.
That's very beautiful, right?
Yes.
It's very beautiful.
And
please wait a moment. Please wait a moment. Wow. Here are 10 co-organizations of the NICE EDU CMU 2026.
And without further ado, let's us together open this conference. Welcome everyone to the NICE EDU CMU 2026. Please be on the stage.
Please remain on the stage. At this moment, I would like to invite CMU representative, the President, Vice President, and Dean of Faculty Education step ahead. Yeah, and the rest, please step back a little bit. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's time for sharing, exchanging token of appreciation. I'm gonna start with the first one, the Education University of Hong Kong Associate Professor Gary Chiang to receive the token of appreciation. Big round of applause. Wow. And it's time for Education University of Hong Kong to present the token of appreciation back to Chiang Mai University. Oh, nice one. Thank you very much, Associate Professor Gary Chiang. And next, thank you. And next, University of Illinois Urbana-Champaign Associate Professor Alison Witt. Wonderful. And it's time. One more shot. All right. Biggest smile. And the time for Illinois Urbana-Champaign, present the token of appreciation back to Chiang Mai University. Biggest smile ever. Thank you very much. Next, SEAMEO, Dr. Habiba Abdul Rahim to receive the token of appreciation. Big round of applause. And the time to take back. Thank you very much. And the fourth one, Shanghai Normal University Professor Ningbo. Big round of applause. Thank you very much. Amazingly, Shanghai Normal University would like to use this opportunity to present a Plague of Joy Research Center for Cognitive Intelligence and Science System. It's our pleasure to have such a wonderful collaboration. So
Please.
we're gonna have research center together, Chiang Mai University and Shanghai Normal University. Amazing, right? Thank you very much. Wow.
This is a wonderful collaborations between the two universities.
So we're gonna have research center here.
And next, I would like to invite the representative of UNESCO IITE, Dr. Yang Linglin, to accept the token of appreciation. Followed by Mr. Kirk Arunopayod from BOTNOI Group. And last, Associate Professor Somkiat Intasing, representing the Associations of Curriculum and Institutions of Thailand. And may I have everyone step forward, please, to take a group photo together. One, two, three, smile. And I would like our distinguished guests to please remain on the stage, and we'll be joined with our next segment to come forward and take a photo with us.
I'm sorry to say that I don't let you go because next I would like to invite President of Chiang Mai University, Vice President and Dean of Faculty of Education once again to present the token of appreciation to the exhibition outside. So we have 12 exhibition contribution. So can you step back a little bit for the raise of honor and the CMU president? Yeah, CMU representative still here. All right. The first exhibition contribution, the Education University of Hong Kong, Associate Professor Gary Chiang. Once again, this is for exhibition outside.
We have like 12 exhibitions outside of this hall.
Thank you very much. Shanghai Normal University, Professor Ning Bo. And University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Professor Mary. Okay. Professor Elizabeth. It's okay, right? And next, BOTNOI Group, Mr. Kirk Arunopayod. And may I invite the representative of Hey Hi from Singapore. Okay. Hey Hi from Singapore. And the representative from Teaching and Learning Innovation Center, or TILIC. I would like to invite? Okay. That's TILIC.
And in addition to our exhibitions contributions on the stage, we would like to thank Chiang Mai University Demonstration School, Chiang Mai University Kindergarten and Primary Demonstration School, Niyom Panit Company Limited with Acer, Niyom Panit Company Limited with Hollywood, Rico Company Limited Northern Band, Chiang Computer Thailand Limited. And let us take some photo together with the representative from the exhibitions along with our guest of honor. Please step forward.
So we have group photo together with the representative from TILIC also. So can you?
Maybe this side more. Okay.
Thank you. And this is organization and
our
host
contributor.
and exhibition contribution for the NICE EDU CMU 2026.
And next, I would like to invite our guests of honor seated in row 1 and row 2. please come forward and take the photos with us to capture this moment?
So could you please kindly proceed to the stage? On the stage?
If we can fit everyone.
On the stage, please. The first
Yeah.
2 rows on the stage.
Can we have our guests like step a bit back
step
next
back.
to the
The
higher
second row,
level?
Nice.
Wow, that's a wonderful photos.
right.
Okay.
Photo session, ready?
Everyone ready?
Cheese. Woo.
Can we have a more relaxing moment? Like, okay, let's do some
What do you
mini
want?
heart,
Mini heart?
everyone.
Mini heart.
So that is more relaxing. Okay, let's give us some yay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's wonderful. Okay, and now we would like to capture the moments with everyone in this hall as well. So can we have everyone on the stage turn back? And we're gonna have
The whole photo.
the hall photos. Yeah. And can we have everyone in the hall please stand up so that we can see you all in the photos? Camera ready? Everyone ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3, set, go!
Go!
Smile! Can we have another one with mini heart? 1, 2, 3, mini heart!
I love you.
And one more with a yay. 1, 2, 3, yay!
Hey!
Thank you very much, everyone, for this remarkable sections.
Thank you very much.
That was an unforgettable moment for the NICE EDU CMU, the 3rd International and the 5th National Conference on Education.
And this is a time that everyone longs for, keynote speaker sections. This year's keynote address will be conducted under the topic entitled Education in the Era of Human AI Teaming, Developing Competency for Meaningful Cooperation with AI by Associate Professor Gary Chiang. Associate Professor Gary Chiang is an Associate Professor in the Department of Mathematics and Information Technologies at the Education University of Hong Kong. He concurrently serves as Director of the Center for Learning, Teaching and Technologies and the Associate Co-Director of the Global Institute for Emerging Technologies.
With over 20 years of experience in higher education, his research focuses on artificial intelligence in education, technology-enhanced language learning, and learning analytics. Dr. Chiang is a passionate advocate for STEAM education and AI literacy, dedicated to develop practical, technology-driven approaches that personalize and enhance the learning experience. He is widely published in leading educational technologies journal and served in key editorial roles in his field. He is here today to share his deep expertise on how emerging technologies can be leveraged. Please join me in welcoming Associate Professor Dr. Gary Chiang. Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you to NICE EDU CMU 2026 conference. And thanks for Chiang Mai University for the warm welcome. I'm Gary Chiang from the Education University of Hong Kong. For the next half hour, I want to talk about a shift already happening in all our classrooms, the move into an era of human-AI teaming and what it means for the skills we teach. Let's begin. Okay, a quick word on where I'm coming from. The Education University of Hong Kong is Asia's leading university for teacher education, ranked 7th in the world and 2nd in Asia for the subject education. We prepare teachers and we study how learning actually works. So everything I share today comes from that world. Real teachers, real classrooms, and the practical questions of how to teach well. Let me start with the core shift. In just 3 years, generative AI has gone from a once-a-term demo to an everyday tool. Students use it daily to draft, to summarize, to explain, to track. So the question is, should we allow it? This question is already settled. Our students have already answered this question for us. The harder question is, how do teachers and learners work with AI in a way that deepens understanding, instead of quietly outsourcing it? Here is my central claim. For today, collaboration with AI is meaningful only when it strengthens human understanding, judgment, and agency, never when it replaces them. Hold on that line, everything else follows from this. Okay, here is what we are going in 5 quick steps. First, the shift why teaming is the right way to think about AI. Second, a framework of 5 competencies. Third, practice. 5 short classroom cases will be shared in this presentation. Fourth, the hard challenges: integrity, equity, over-reliance. And fifth, the concrete steps we will follow. So let's start with the shift first. Okay. So this part is part 1 from tool to teammate and why that matters for learning. Okay. First, please notice how fast this has moved. One AI tutor, Camigo, went from 40,000 students to over 700,000 in a single year. Worldwide, more than 80% of students already use AI in their studies, but fewer than 10% of schools and universities have any formal AI policy. Adoption has outrun our rules. The implication matters. We are not deciding whether students will use AI. That's already happening. We are only deciding whether they will do it well and whether we will teach them how. Okay, so, and this slide is close to home. Thailand has made AI as a national priority, aiming for 10 million basic AI users, training 90,000 professionals, and committing around 500 billion baht. Chiang Mai University has already joined regional workshop on generative AI in teaching. So students from Chiang Mai University are already teaming with AI in Thai or in English. The task now is to make that collaboration deliberate and keep judgment with the learner. Okay, there are 2 mental models. So what does teaming really mean? It helps to contrast 2 mental models. On the left-hand side, AI as a tool. You issue a command, take the output, value speed, and once the task is done, you stop paying attention. Okay, on the right, AI as a teammate. You set the goal, then question and steer. You value what you understand afterwards, not just the finished products. You stay in the loop, and you stay accountable for the result. Same technology, a completely different relationship, as you see. So this whole talk is an argument for the right-hand column, right? So let me define the term in simple words. Human-AI teaming is a relationship where people and AI work as interdependent partners towards shared goals. 3 things hold it together. Shared goal, the human decides the purpose, and the AI works to serve it. And calibrated trust, not blind faith, not constant suspicion, but trust earned by how reliable the AI has proven to be. And human oversight. A person stays accountable for the decision, especially when the stakes are high. So a test you can apply tomorrow. Here is a test you can apply tomorrow. Ask one question. Does this use strengthen the learner or replace them? It strengthens when the student understands more afterwards. When AI handles the routine, so attention shifts to deeper understanding. And when learners can explain and define the result on their own, it replaces them. And it replaces them when the work improves, but the person doesn't. When thinking is offload, the student couldn't rebuild the reasoning without the AI. So convenience now, dependence later. So same tool, same task, but I think the most difficult thing is the difference. The difference is the design. Strengthen or replace, that's the task we will keep coming back to. And this is the second part. Part 2, I will introduce a framework, the competency that make teaming actually work. There are 5 competencies in one loop. Here is the framework. Okay, so let me show you the framework first. Direct, set the goal and frame the task. Question, check and verify what comes back. Orchestrate, decide what to hand over and what to keep. Hold to account, ethics, integrity, and transparency. And reflect. Learn from exchange. Please read it as a loop. It is not a ladder, it is a loop. Skilled teamers move through all 5 within a single task. And the activities we design for our students should do the same. So let me take this one by one at a time. Okay, first, direct. This is the competency one, direct. The quality of the collaboration is set before the AI even replies. In how well the human frames the problem. 3 moves, goal clarity, state the real objective, the audience, the constraints, not a vague request. And task decomposition, break a big task into steps. The AI can support and you can check. And prompting as design, treat the prompt as a teaching decision. Role, pedagogy, constraints. Remember, good input in and good teaming out. And the competency 2 is question. The most important thing a student can say to AI, how do you know? 3 habits, source and verify, check claims, citations, and number against trust source. AI will invent references that look perfect, so you need to check. Resist automation bias. Notice the pull to accept a fluent answer because confidence is not proof. And prompt the reasoning, ask for assumptions, alternatives, and counter-arguments, not just the conclusion. And the third competency is orchestrate. Teaming is not maximum automation. It is knowing which part of the work must stay human. So delegate the routine, but keep the parts that build understanding and judgment. Sequence the workflow. Decide where AI enters. Ideation, drafting, feedback, and where it must not. And protect productive struggle. The difficulty actually produce learning. Automate the struggle away, and we automate the learning away with it. So this is the third competency. And the competency 4 is hold to account. The human size the work, and that means owning its accuracy, its fairness, its honesty. Be transparent, show how AI was used, rather than hiding it. Check for bias, ask whose perspective might be missing, and respect privacy and ownership. Handle data responsibly, and respect intellectual property and consent. And the last competency is reflect. The collaboration is only complete when the human has learned something the AI can't keep for them. That means metacollection, noticing what you learned and where you were misled. And self-regulation, using the exchange to adjust your own understanding. And iteration, feeding that reflection into your next prompt, the next task. Reflection is what turns a quick answer into a real learning. Okay, the same 5 competencies applies to both sides of the desk, including teachers and students. For teachers, design AI-rich tasks with clear goals, model verification, design where AI helps and where it is withheld, set fair use norms, and build reflection into assessments. For learner, frame goals before asking, verify and challenge answers, choose what to do themselves versus delegate, disclose their use, and track what they actually learned, not just what they produced. Share competencies and 2 roles, okay, here, teacher roles and learner role. So maybe I give you more concrete example. Let me make this concrete with work from my own institution. At UHK, we have built a research-based Gen AI competency framework for university teachers across 4 dimensions. 1, Gen AI literacy, use AI safely, critically, and creatively. 2, curriculum and learning design. 3, teaching and learning, bring AI into interactive, adaptive teaching. And 4, assessment. Rethinking it for an AI-rich world, it turns those teaming ideas into concrete teaching practice. And each dimension goes through 3 levels: basic, intermediate, and advanced. And each dimension, so at the basic level, they engage critically with AI outputs, spotting bias and errors, and guide students into critical, iterative dialogue. At the advanced level, they work with AI as a real cognitive partner and support students in co-creating knowledge with it. Basic to guide to creative partnership. So this framework is already published and freely available if you would like the detail. And the full reference is on the screen. So I won't explain this complicated figure one by one, but you can take a look at our full paper about this framework. So maybe I move on to the part 3, from framework to practice. Part 3 is about how we move from framework to practice. I will share 5 short classroom cases. Here are 5 across different subjects: scenario-based assessment, Socratic dialogue chatbox, automated feedback, case method teaching with AI materials, and an AI language learning partner. Different subjects, but watch the common thread in everyone. The design keeps the thinking with the student. Okay, the first case 1, scenario-based assessment. A lecturer's all essay question can be answered by a chatbot in seconds. So instead of banning the tool, she redesigned the task. In a strategy course, she has AI invent a company hit by a sudden supplier collapse with 3 defensible responses. Each student picks one and defends in a live viva, while she falls in constraint, a product recall, a budget cut, that the AI cannot answer for them. Assessment shift from reproducing knowledge to using it. With AI built-in, and discourse, not policed. Okay, this is the first case, and the second case is about Socratic dialogue. A generic chatbot gives instant answers, and students stop thinking. So one program reconfigures the bot to refuse to simply tell. In an ethics seminar, a student asks, "Is lying ever wrong?" Instead of answering correct or incorrect, the bot asks back, "Do you mean wrong because of the intention or the result?" It keeps questioning until the students has worked out their own answer. And only when response, the cognitive work stays with the learner, but not AI. So studies show stronger critical thinking as long as the dialogue is structured and paired with reflection. And the next case is automated feedback. This one is from my own research. In a big writing course, one teacher cannot give timely feedback on every draft, right? So the system tracks whether each student adds on a comment. Say, please fix subject-verb agreement from draft 1 to draft 2. A student sees a running record of the feedback they have addressed or ignored. The teacher sees whose error persists and steps in early. Feedback becomes a conversation across drafts, not just a grade at the end. And the teacher's time goes to the students who need it most. So this is another way that we can use AI. And case 4, case method teaching with AI materials. A business lecturer wants fresh cases every term, but writing them by hand is very slow, right? So in an entrepreneurship class, AI plays a tough investor. Students' teams pitch, the AI investor pushed back. Your costs are too high. Your market is smaller than you claim. Students answers with evidence, and they check the AI's number, correcting any it gets wrong, and the teachers move from content producer to facilitator, and students practice verification in real time. So this is a very interesting case that you may learn a lot from this case. And the last case is about language learning partner. Case 5 is a language learning partner. Many students already practice English with chatbots, but use passively. The AI does the talking while the learners stay quiet. So an English lecturer at a Chinese university sets the AI as to role play a hotel guest making a complaint with the student as a receptionist. The AI stays in character, match the learner's level, and after each turn, gives one quick correction. The students must say back aloud before continuing. Speaking anxiety falls, practice goes up. And studies shows gains in confidence and willingness to speak, strongest when feedback and reflections are built in. Okay, so let's step back. And one pattern runs through all 5. When AI become a teammate, the teacher's value move up, not out, from producing to designing. AI absorbs the routine and teachers invest in design and judgment. From answers to thinking, tasks are engineered so students do the thinking the AI could have done for them. And from policing to partnering, integrity shifts from surveillance to transparent design collaboration. Okay, so part 4 is about facing the hard truth. So the challenge one is about academic integrity. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Detection doesn't work. I repeat again, detection doesn't work. AI detection tools are unreliable and often biased, and they wrongly fed honest students. Bans cannot be enforced. They just push AI use out of sight, and what even counts as cheating is now booed. So the answer isn't better detection. The answer is a better design. It is designing integrity in, redesigning task to task judgment and process. Make declaration declaring AI use a normal, expected habit. Mark draft, reasoning, and oral defense, not just the finished final products. And agree simple rules together with your students. So another challenge is about equitable access. Teaming has to narrow gaps, not widen them. There is an access divide. A paid version and better device give some students an edge. So offer school fund access and design tasks that work on the free versions. A performance divide, AI works lacks well in some languages and cultures. So check outputs for local relevance and teach students to spot bias. And a capability divide, confident students gain more, while beginners get left behind. So teach these skills to everyone, and don't assume students already know how. Okay, challenge 3 is about over-reliance. The evidence is now concrete. When students leaned on AI for everything without structure, their critical thinking tends to weaken. They hand the mental work to the AI until the skill itself fades. In one survey of over 600 people, the heaviest AI users score lowest on critical thinking. Researchers call it metacognitive laziness. Too much AI use stops you checking your own thinking. And that checking is exactly what makes learning stick. So the headline, structured use protest thinking, unstructured use that may destroy a student learning. So here are some new evidence from 2025 makes it sharp. In a trial with 1,000 high school students in Turkey, open ChatGPT access during practice lifted their score by 48%. But when the AI tutor was taken away, those same students scored worse than classmates who never use AI. Separately, an MIT study found up to 55% less brain connectivity in people who write essays with ChatGPT versus unaided. So here is the crucial part. A guide AI tutor, one designed to support thinking, not hand over the answers, largely remove the harm. So same assets, but different design may have opposite result. It is the design, not the assets, that determines student learning. So we need to build the guardrails in our learning and teaching. So how do we design against it? 6 practical guardrails, okay? Stage the support. Students attempt first, and AI only enters after an honest, independent trial. And assess the process. Great reasoning and and draft are not just the polished output. Require reflection, this is important, I think. A short lot of what AI did and what the student learned. Protect AI-free zones. Some core skills are practiced without AI by design. And demand a human delta. A human delta means a student must add or change something the AI produced, okay? And prefer Socrative tools that ask before they answer. The last part is what to do next. So I have a few recommendations. These are recommendations for every role. If you are a teacher, start this term. We design one task. Teach one competency explicitly. Model, how do you know? Ask students to disclose their AI use and try one Socrative prompt. If you are a program leader, map these competencies across the whole program. Align your assessment policy and share what works. And invest in staff development. And if you are an institutional leader, guarantee equitable access and set enable policy instead of banning AI use. Resolve the training and govern data responsibility. Everyone in this room should have a next step. So you can see this as a maturity pathway. At one end, banned or ignored, and use just goes underground. Then permit allowed, but without guidance. Then integrate, redesign tasks, and teach the competencies. And finally, team, where AI is a designed partner and building human capability is the goal. Most institutions today sit between permit and integrate. The aim of this talk is to move us toward team. So that's my hope, okay? So if you remember nothing else, take these 4 moves for your next class. Attempt first. A student draft before any AI. Make it visible. One line, what I asked, what I changed, what I learned, and ask, how do you know? Verify one AI claim together every week and add a human delta. Each student must change or challenge something that the AI produced. 4 small moves, and you are teaming. Okay, so let me close. The question has changed. It is not whether to use AI, but how to collaborate with AI well. It comes down to competences, not tools. Meaningful teaming depends on skills we have to teach on purpose. The rule to hold on to strengthen, never substitute. Keep understanding, judgment, and agency with the learner. And we can add at every level, teachers, programs, and institutions. Each have a concrete next step. Get this right, and AI won't replace human thinking. It will help us to go. Okay, the last slide, a promotion slide, okay? If you would like to continue the conversation or see our project work, here are the details for our GIET equity team and our project leader, Professor Lim Chang, who is the project leader of this team. Yeah, so feel free to contact him or any members from this team. Let's build teammates, and that make us grow in the age of AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That's such a fruitful and insightful speech. Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Gary Chiang. May I call on the stage the Dean of Faculty of Education, Assistant Professor Thiparat Noparit, to present our keynote speaker, a token of appreciation. May I call you on the stage once again? Thank you very much once again, Professor Dr. Gary Chiang and Assistant Professor Thiparat Noparit, the Dean of Faculty of Education. I would like to say, unfortunately, everyone, they wouldn't have any coffee break due to our tight schedule.
Next, we are moving to the panel section 1 under the theme of Learning How to Learn with AI, Perspective from the New Generation.
Yeah, but I heard this stage will be different because our panelists will come from different age, different level, and different point of view. Because one of our panelists, he is only a lower school student, right, from our CMU demonstration school.
Yes, and others we have like master students or another person have like experiences with these topics too. And personally, I'm so interested in this topic because it's called as the new generations. So I would like to know how we integrate AI in our classrooms and use it with our students.
Because our student in demonstration school, they was grow and rest in the AI era, right?
Yes.
So now, if everyone is ready, we are moving to the panel session 1.
For this session, we have Gon Tasharat Tangtaran Sakun, lower secondary student from Chiang Mai University Demonstration School. Mr. Panathorn Lerpanyatikun, pre-service teacher, Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University. Ms. Asama Sawamipak, master's student in computer science, Faculty of Science, Chiang Mai University. And our moderator is Zhang Jian, PhD student in education from the Education University of Hong Kong. So we give them the stage. Please welcome.
Please welcome.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. Scholars, researchers, AgTech industry representatives, and policymakers, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our panel session. I am your panel moderator, Jia Zhang. You see my picture there. I am a PhD student in EDU Hong Kong, and as well as a lecturer at Guangdong University of Education. And I am honored to be the moderator of this session. This panel session named Learning How to Learn with AI, Perspectives from the Next Generation. And it amplifies voices from the next generation leaders to ground the conference's theme of human AI teaming theme in real world practice. So on this stage, you can see 4 learners. I am the PhD students, and they're all students or former students. Probably I am not, I won't be considered as next generation anymore, but they're the next generation. All right, so let's start with our first panelist, time. Okay, because you're the youngest. Yeah. Okay, yeah, be chill. And please introduce your full name in Thai, your school, and your grade to people, to the audiences in this hall.
So my name is Kontacharat Tangjanasakun, or you can call me Time. And I'm a student from Chiang Mai University Demonstration School. I'm currently in grade 2.
Great, thank you, Ty. Because you're probably the one who started to use AI in the age that younger than anyone else in this hall. So, like how you use AI and what is your habit of use AI is very important for everyone here. For the teachers to develop or design the learning experiences of in a student-centered or learning-centered paradigm. So for the developers to develop learning softwares for you. So your voice is very important. So please help us out in the first section of the panel. Don't be nervous. All right. Let's have Thunder. Yeah. Please introduce your full name in Thai, and your situation is kind of complex.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Panathol Prinyatikun, and I'm now a new teacher at Chiang Mai University Demonstration Schools, kindergarten and primary levels. So now I feel embarrassed because when you say next generations, there is still new generations more than me, and really pleased to meet everyone here.
Yeah, Thunder is formerly a pre-service teacher and now an in-service teacher. So you learned with AI, and now you're teaching students how to learn with AI. So you have your own perspective, very unique. All right, next move to Asama. You're a computer science student, very tech.
Kind of.
Yeah, so please introduce yourself to audiences.
สวัสดีค่ะ Good morning everyone. My name is Asama Sawanipak, or you can call me At. I'm a master's student at Computer Science, Chiang Mai University. So I might have to say or clarify first that I'm not a 100% technical person, because I used to be linguistic students before.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, and you're a master's student, and in your stage of study, you have to you're expected to have more control or charge of your own learning. So we'll talk more about how you control your own learning. We call it metacognitive practice when you use AI, when we teaming AI to learn. Yeah, so I expect to learn many insights from you. So this panel will be probably different from other panels. We don't have presentations. We simply talk here, we discuss, and hope you can gain something helpful from our discussion. All right, the first section, it's inspired by this theme of this conference and what Professor Chiang also just mentioned. AI is becoming less of a tool and more of a teammate. So we'd like to discover if that match your experience, like how you learn with AI. So let's talk something real, like what does it look like in your schoolwork? So Time, let's start with you because you're again the youngest. So please share with us in a real task in this term, this semester, where you used AI, and what did AI do for you, and what AI could not do for you that you have to still do by yourself.
Okay, so personally, AI can do a lot for me. For example, sketching my work, helping me with my homework. But there's one thing that I cannot do without AI helping, and that's my science homework. Yeah. So in the classroom, I was trying my best to listen to the teacher teaching. Yeah, but the topic was really hard. It was about calculating the masses of substances. It's really hard for me because there's many formulas for me to remember, which I cannot do by myself. So this is where the AI comes in and help me. So the AI can just explain the answers, the questions to me, and it did really great because I can understand a lot from it. Yeah, it's like learning with a teacher. Yeah, so in this situation, the AI is more like a tutor than a tool or a friend, yeah. But I am the student listening to the teacher teaching. So, thank you.
Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, I actually have some very similar learning patterns with you when I struggle with math. Sometimes AI give me a wrong answer, but it's a good teacher or teammate to explain the formula or help me to memorize it. Yeah, or help me to figure out that before I can memorize the formula. Yep, and let's move to Asama. And yeah, and you study how this system works. Yeah, you're a tech person. All right, where does AI help you learning and where does it not? Like in your stage of learning? And how do you decide when to trust AI? As we talked about that AI sometimes give wrong answer.
Like what I've mentioned is that I am actually not 100% technical person because my previous educational background, my bachelor was related to language actually, and I switched to totally different field. So actually I have to learn a lot. I have to go through a lot of learning process, and I'm kind of lucky starting my master degree in the era of AI. So I actually use AI a lot in everyday life to learn and to do things. So AI actually helps me a lot with exam preparation, I could say that, explaining some complex concepts or ideas, or helps summarize dense material into something easier to digest. So many things, yeah. But what AI can't help me is the decision making. So it can actually guide me, give me options or reasoning, but the decision making is still my responsibility. And when I get the outputs from the AI, what I have to do first, or what I always keep in mind, is to verify it first before trust it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing. And can I conclude that as a person who changed your major, study field, it can help you like more effectively adapt to the new field because of it produce personalized learning content and due to its contact-based real-time feedback.
Exactly.
Technical,
very
affordance.
helpful.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with you that we have to make our final decision as human. And yeah, all right, and let's move to Thunder. You just used AI as a student, as a pre-service teacher, and now you are giving lectures and great work, like giving grading as a teacher. So how does the AI affect fair grading? Let's get to the harder part of this conversation. Is in like helpful way or difficult way?
Last 3 months ago, I just student teachers that's gonna have a lot of work, a lot of jobs that have to I have to give to students and assign to the student, and after that I have to check every student work or every student project, and I don't have time to feedback to the students. So I have to search for tools that can make me have more time to give a good feedback for students. And we can refuse that the AI tool is fairer than because we have to change. We have changed every day. Our emotional change, our perspective change every day. So that affects to the assessment for students. And I think if we use AI for grading students, we have fairer more than we, because sometimes we just error for something
Yeah.
else that we can check everyone, and then we just like, if we deep on the student project very deep, it's gonna be really hard to focus on the every project that student do for me. So yes, it's very like fairer for me for grading for the students.
Yeah, I agree with you in that perspective. But to achieve a better grade, like a more fairer grading, we have to give like clearer criteria to AI to do that for us, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So when talking about giving like clearer criteria, so we're moving to the next stage of our conversation about how to monitor or control our learning process of learning with AI or using AI. So in education research, we actually have a word for this, like metacognition. It means how you plan, check, and judge your own learning, as we all talked about. So let's get personal. Like, has AI changed how you do these things? How you control your own learning? And has it changed how you see yourself as a learner, like your perception as a learner? So let's start with Asama. Yep. Yeah, before AI, how did you plan and check a difficult piece of work, like you accept some really challenging duty from your supervisors or teachers? How has that changed? Are you the one setting the goals and judging the quality?
Difficult tasks actually meant researching many sources and maybe recheck it by myself, break problem down, plan everything, right? And before AI, I had to do everything by my own, right? Maybe like searching for something, I have to go to the library, and many things. It could take a lot of time and effort. And could be very exhausting. But with the AI, it makes things faster. But as I mentioned, we still have to verify things because we get it very easy. So we can blindly trust. Yeah,
so can we say that after AI appears and after we team with AI, we need to spend more time, or it builds up our awareness of checking if that is real. And
but you can get things from AI very fast. Like one click you get everything. So you just spend a little more time to check it. To make your work better. To make things more accurate.
All right, thank you, Asama, for sharing your difficult task with us and time. All right, when you finish homework with AI's help, as you mentioned, like such as your maths homework, how do you know you really learn it, like learn those formula, learn why you're using them, instead just finishing the homework following what AI gave you?
Okay, so maybe you can just do the similar question to see if you already understand it. But if you can't understand it, maybe just let AI explain again. And this time, instead of just copying AI work, you just need to read what the AI has told you and understand it. So
we can we have our own skills or competencies to learn new things, no matter with AI or without AI. But with AI, because we can get the results faster, it actually reminds us to check again if we really learn it, right? All right, Thunder, looking back, did AI change how you see yourself as a learner? It's a big question. And now, as a new teacher, which thinking habits or competencies do you think most want to support in your students?
It absolutely changed, really changed for me, because when we're looking back, when teacher previously give student for a work, student have to search that this answer is correct or not. But now when we have AI, I think it's more difficult that teacher have to like make student critical thinking more than every day, and then have to more creativity for the work or for the jobs or project that everything have do. And I think it's what is the most habit that have to do is like teacher have to know about AI or technology more than the students. Because I have last week I gave a student for some work to searching on their AI and the words, and I scan all of my student work, and I also know which one is just scanning, which one is just like they copy from AI and then they just write the answer. And that is why some teacher is not know more than AI or not know in the technology is cannot like we cannot detect what the student have learned, or they just like, oh my God, I have to work again from this teacher. Oh, teacher tender like give an assignment again. Okay, I going to ChatGPT, and then I give the answer from that. After that, I just realized that sometimes teacher give the easy task for the student is not good anymore. Like we have to give the student better than this work for today, and have to like a little bit harder for the student to make them to use the creativity works, and then focus on their works with AI more than like they just copy.
Yeah, so we're evaluating our students' works more based on how they do it instead of what they have done, right? All right, let's get to the third part. This room is full of teachers, school leaders, policymakers, and edtech industry representatives who build learning apps. What would help you? We would like to discuss about what would help you as learner most want from them, because we're running out of time. So let's ask you the last question. Like, please, in one sentence, like picture yourself a few years from now. So maybe you're high school, higher education student, you're a high school student now. After you're learning and working with AI for years, what do you want most hope it looks like? How do you want the world that you're learning with AI looks like? Or how, yeah.
I think it'll look better than right now. Yeah.
Better?
Yeah, better because AI can like so much potential for AI because they can do anything and they're really good at everything. Yes.
All right. So our next generation has a very optimistic thinking about AI. All right. Okay. Thank you. And let's move to Thunder. You're like as a pre-service, as a new teacher, and how do you see your job with AI and in the years from now? And what do you want most for having a better AI?
What I want the most is students know how to beyond more than the AI. It's not just like we have to competing with AI. I want students to more creativity, more critical thinking with AI. I just want my students use AI for like teammates, just not like for the tools that give them for the answer. I want every student and every teacher know that AI is not bad tools for learning, but because like some teacher, I think some teacher got the best experience that they face on the realistic life, that student is not focused on their work, but they just like when teacher assigns something, they just copy from the AI and then they just do for their grades, not for their knowledge. So I have to told that every teacher should give more assignment to assess the ability for the students to like I want every student go beyond than AI.
It's a very good, very good phrase for key takeaway. Go beyond AI. All right, some question.
So I hope to work with AI as a collaborative thinking partner that expands my abilities while keeping human judgment and creativity at the center.
Great. Thank you for all your insights, and it's really very inspiring talking with you, and I believe everybody thinks so. All right, and this is the end of our session, and I hope you all have your key takeaways. Thank you.
Such a wonderful sessions. I really enjoyed that. The talk especially talk about how young students share how to learn with AI and express that experience very, very well. Thank you very much.
At this moment, may I invite Associate Professor Gary Chiang to present the token of appreciation to the panelists and the moderator. Please welcome. Gon Tacharat Tang Jaran Skun. Gon Tacharat Tang Jaran Skun. Mr. Pannathon Lerth Panyathikun. Miss Assama Sawamipak. And Miss Chiang Jian, the moderator. Thank you very much, Associate Professor Gary Chiang. Now we are moving to the panel session 2 under the theme of Teaching with AI, Innovative Practice for Future Learners. Who are participating in this session, Sky?
For these sections, we have Mr. Kruk Aruno Prayod, Senior Data Scientist, Head of Products from BOTNOI Group, Professor William Cope from Educational Policy, Organization and Leadership Discipline for Universities of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Professor Dr. Fei Chiang from Chongqing Academy of Science and Technologies. Moderator is Dr. Sirinporn Chayavisit, Lecturer in Educational Technologies, Faculty of Education, Chiang Mai University. Please welcome.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to panel session 2, Teaching with AI, Innovative Practice for Future-Ready Learners. And I'm Sirinporn Chayavisit. I'm a faculty member in the Educational Technology Program at Chiang Mai University. And I'll be the moderator for this session. All right, we will give the introduction for each of our panelists.
Morning everyone, I'm Greg Aduno Payot, Head of Product from BOTNOI Group. Here at BOTNOI Group, we do everything AI. We implementing voice bot conversation AI, digital human, and also the data science consult. Thank you. So I'm very pleased to meet you all today. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And Professor Bill, please give the introduction.
Yes, well, I'm very pleased to be here. Very interesting day and an important topic to be talking about at this conference. I'm Bill Cope and I work at the University of Illinois. You might be able to pick English language accents. I'm not an American. I've been working there for 20 years, but I'm actually an Australian originally.
Thank you. It's a very great honor to be here. I'm Fei Jiang from Chongqing Academic of Computer Science and Technology, and also I'm a professor of Shanghai Normal University. My research focuses on how to apply advanced artificial intelligence technologies into education and make some improvements.
Okay, that's awesome. And in this session, we will explore how AI is transforming teaching practice and prepare learners for the future by bringing experts and educators for AI and education. We'll discuss how AI is used in teaching and learning and prepare learners for the future. And we have the main three questions for the panelists. The first question is how AI can help learners develop essential future skills such as collaboration, creative thinking, communication, and critical thinking. And the next question will be about what AI tools and teaching practice can educators use to prepare learners for future challenges. And the last question is about how can educators make sure that AI-human collaboration is ethical and meaningful. All right, each of our panelists will have the presentation, and each of you give a speech, and the timer will be there. All right.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah. For the first question is about what kind of tool that we can use to enhance our skill. Well, maybe BOTNOI, maybe not directly in the educational field, but we work with a lot of training in our company. So this is what we observe from the capable and not capable one. If we can see the way they interact with the AI. For the not so good result from training, often see that they use only the direct, they use AI as for the direct answer, not discussing with them, not interacting with them correctly. So all the four skills that very important in the future, I think that it's very important that we decide the interaction with them. Not to ask them to answer the direct answer, but ask them to interact with me. What are the weaknesses in my answer? What can be alternative? What are the trade-offs? Something like that. Yeah. Okay, and please go on to the next one. So the second question, I think, is about what?
Second question is about what AI tools and practice can help learners, prepare learners for future challenges.
What I want to share. Yeah. So what I want to share is the result from the early study from Anthropics. Well, it's not it's not about the tools anymore, but what is more important is about what should we do with the AI. The data from the AI coding session show that 70% of the successful session is human do the 70% of the planning, telling the AI what should be done. But 80% of the task of what's the implementing is the AI task now. So what I think is that the teacher should focus on on the what is the best practice, what are the weakness you can catch from AI, what are the trade-off, yeah, something like that. And let's shift from the implementing one into the guiding and directing AI.
And last question, how can educators make sure that human and AI collaboration is ethical and meaningful?
Thank you. So for this, I'm thinking of deciding and go live as a system. So you often heard the terms that keep human in the loop, right? The AI era. But for the education, I think that you cannot do that for every interaction. So the best thing we can do is that we do our best in designing the system. We try to giving the right material to work on, ground them with the right material, and also check for the correct of the interaction in the staging, testing. But once it's go live, you cannot check it anymore. So what we can do best is to monitor them, see the pattern that which kind of knowledge that learners struggle to do with, and once we see that, we can fix that. We can change the interaction better.
Keeping human in the loop is important. We can check that the content is correct or not, and make sure that we present the perfect one. Thank you very much. Okay, and next will be Professor Bill.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up the slides. Waiting.
Next slide,
So
please.
look, I think you people have been sitting for too long without coffee, been denied your coffee. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to say some things which might be provocative, right, just to try and wake you all up. So I'm going to go on to the first slide. Now, this is not the first slide, the next one. And I'm going to say, look, artificial intelligence is a terrible idea. And the reason why it's a terrible idea, and the phrase was invented by one man, John McCarthy, that man up there in the left-hand corner. It was invented to get a funding application. He thought of this clever phrase and it's stuck ever since. He's a very important man in the history of computing. But his definition is a machine that can do something that a human can do. Now, what I want to say is that's a terrible idea because these machines can do much, much more than a human can do, and much, much less. So here we are, we have bodies, we feel, we sense things, we live in physical spaces, and artificial intelligence is simply working in binary encoding in a machine. That's all it is. But what it can do is amazing. Let's take large language models. Large language models have with them every accessible published word in the human experience. Just think about that. It's probably 4 to 5 billion words that have been scraped from the web. But more than that, it knows the relationship between every word. So when you hear about vectors and when you hear about weightings, that's actually a series of relationships between those words. And when you do that, that's trillions of vectors. How can a human being ever think that way? I mean, so one of the arguments then has to be, okay, what do we do with this? Rather than think that artificial intelligence is a replication of human intelligence, we have to think about it as a relationship with a very different kind of intelligence. In fact, we mightn't even want to call the machine intelligence. We might want to call it something else. The work that Mary Kalantzis and I do relies on a completely different theory, the theory of cybernetics, which is feedback systems, invented by Norbert Wiener, who was very much in competition with the MIT folks, Marvin Minsky, and then Claude Shannon, a group of people who worked around this artificial intelligence paradigm. So we're working on reviving this other cybernetics paradigm. So we've built a theory which we call cyber-social learning, not artificial intelligence. If I move on to the next slide now, these are the differences. I don't really have time, I've got 7 minutes, I gather, to talk about those differences. They are profoundly different, the two systems of operating. And I'm talking here about large language models, the issue of other forms of AI, older historic forms of AI like neural nets and expert systems. That's a different question, but I'm talking here about large language models. How do we in our minds operate with ideas? And look, I'm going to take something as simple as a sentence. Here's a sentence. The dog crossed the road. We've got a dog and we've got crossing. The dog is a noun and crossing is a verb. And what I've got is, in my memory, I've got a working vocabulary of a few thousand words. And what I can do is, in that elementary semantic structure, I can create an infinite number of meanings. It mightn't be a dog crossing the road, it might be a chicken crossing the road, or it might be crossing a border rather than a road. So I've got this capacity to manipulate the world based on a cognitive structure around language. Now, the way language models work is fundamentally different. They've just got 5 trillion vectors, which is the relationship between words, and that's very, very different. And also unbelievably powerful, because what they have, which I don't have, is the complete published human experience behind them. So I want to go to the last slide now, of my third slides, and I want to say something practical. Well, the work that Marion Clancis and I do in our lab, which is the Cybersocial Learning Lab, is we're building an AI app, right? I'm going to use the word AI because that's what everyone says, but it's called cyberscholar.ai. There's a little screenshot of it there, but I want to say a number of things that are different. Firstly, what I want to say is this is not a teaming relationship. You know, teaming implies, you know, you're a good football player, I'm a good football player, and we're on the same team. We're not on the same team because you can't have a machine and a human on the same team, right? This is a relationship where I'm productively leveraging the difference between me and a machine, so it's not a team. The second thing that I want to say is that you can't effectively use, the phrase that Mary and I use is LLMs in the wild. So when a student goes to ChatGPT or Claude or DeepSeek, we can't know what they actually did. We can't know whether they used that AI to extend their thinking or as a substitute for thinking. There's no way of knowing, and that's a dilemma for us as educators. The impolite word for it is cheating. The more polite word is cognitive offloading. We've heard that phrase. But of course, we're going to use these tools now. And what we've built with CyberScholar is a working environment where you can use any of the models, DeepSeek, Claude, even Grok if you want to. We have every model connected via API. But what we do is we track everything you do. And look, we don't do it because we want to run a surveillance system. These systems cannot operate on AI ethics. They cannot operate on integrity. We're going to declare what we do. Because after a while, you don't quite know what you've done. It's hard to disentangle exactly what we've done. So what we've done in our system is we've built a working environment, which, think of it like Google Docs, for example, but with all the AI embedded and a whole lot of tools. And these are the ways in which we've changed the AI in the wild. Firstly, we've changed the meta prompts. You know, the meta prompt says, the meta prompts inside the public AIs are designed to be helpful. Yes, I'll write the essay for you, please. I'm a helpful person in a customer relationship. We've changed all the meta prompts to ask questions and to push your thinking, not to give you answers. The second thing we've done is we've built a bounded corpus. So in any particular subject, you upload all the materials. Now, in the old days, this was the textbook. But now, let's say you're teaching cell biology and you have one textbook. Well, you can upload 10 textbooks. This can be of any particular size. This is called retrieval augmented generation. The second thing we have is what's called rubric agents, which is what are the knowledge criteria and the knowledge forms that we want students to be developing in this particular environment. So that's the task of formative and summative assessment. Now, this is big jobs for the teacher, by the way, building retrieval augmented generation bases, building rubric agents, but then we have analytics where we're tracking every keystroke, we're tracking everything we do, how you've used the AI, and we have a thing called a contribution report. Now, if you don't use AI, you're doing yourself a disservice in the 21st century, ever since the arrival of generative AI. So we track all of that and say, look, if you're not using it, you're going to get marked down because you must use it. It's a useful way to extend your thinking. But what we're going to do is give you this analytics so you know how you've used it in the ways in which you've used it. Like, there's a difference between using it to translate, if you're not a first language speaker of a language of instruction, there's a difference between that and using it to help you brainstorm an idea. So we have meta prompts which distinguish between planning and proofreading and translation. And finally, tracking creativity, this idea that, well, this is the future of assessment. Old assessments were the test at the end of the semester, and the answer was B+. But what we have now is huge amounts of granular data, and we can see your progress as you go along. And this, our argument, Mary and I have just published a paper on this in the last few weeks in the British Educational Research Journal, is that this makes survey psychometrics, legacy assessment, absolutely anachronistic. We believe that those forms of assessment and those old forms of psychometrics will go when we have these environments which constantly are able to analyse the work that you do. So that's a quick summary of the work that we've been doing.
Thank you very much. I like the word that put human spirit into AI. We know what we use AI for and why we use AI. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to talk about some solutions we have for the pre-service teachers' development. As we know, the pre-service teacher development at the current time faces several challenges. Most of the pre-service teachers practice their teaching skills in a macro teaching room, but the macro teaching room is not the real. Usually the macro teaching room is empty without no students. However, in real teachings, they should face the real students and talk with them, get them to master the knowledge, right? But those skills cannot practice in the macro teaching rooms. The pre-service teachers in the macro teaching rooms just like playing to give a good lecture, not teaching, not to give a good teaching, right? So, but they want to prove their teaching skills. They should face with students. However, in the real teaching situations, first of all, the limitation, the opportunities is limited. Second, in real teaching environment, there are errors intolerable. The teachers should always be correct. They should not give mistake. They should not give. They should not have any mistakes in their content. They should not have improper behaviors, such things like that. But the pre-service teachers, their teaching skills should be developed through years, right? Through the practicing and the practicing. So how can we solve these problems? How can we improve the pre-service teaching skills in a more safety environment? We give a solution. First of all, we built a film-like digital students. We want the digital students have the same capabilities of the real ones. They can see the teachers, they can see the PPT, and they can listen what the teacher talk and what teacher wants they to do next. And they can think, they know how to respond to the teachers naturally. And they can also speaking their ideas. And they can also have some more behaviors and emotion expressions. That's what we want the film-like digital students to have the capabilities. Moreover, they also have some personalities, various personalities like the real ones. They have different cognitive levels. So in this, from these capabilities and profiles, various countless possibilities of the teaching environment can be generated. So it's not just human-like, it's beyond the realities. Right? So based on the human-like digital students, we built a mate class, immersive error-tolerant platforms for teaching practice. Once the pre-service teachers has prepared their teaching plans, they can start the platform and practice their teaching skills as much as they want, as immediately as they can. Moreover, we also built an intelligent analysis for their teaching performance. Usually, we can get the feedback in 1 minute or 2 minutes after their teaching practice. Therefore, there's form a closed loop for the pre-service teachers to improve their teaching skills. That's our solutions, and we think that's the problem we cannot solve with the real students, but we can solve it with digital students. The AI can help us to practice our teachers' learning skills. Maybe one day the meta class can be the first class for all the pre-service teachers all over the world. Yeah, I think.
That's a wonderful job that pre-service teachers can practice before they go and teach students their real life. Okay. And any else that you... But I'd like to say that in the afternoon, we also have the meta class, a show quiz. If any of you are interested in this, go to in the afternoon too. Right. And thank you very much for the panelists, and I hope that every one of us can learn something from this session and can apply what we have learned into our professional and daily life. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for such a wonderful sessions, and please remain on the stage for a bit. And as a summary, like this is a very has broadened our perspective in many ways. And now I would like to invite Assistant Professor Thipratnoparit to present a token of appreciation to our panelists and our moderator for this moment. So first, can Mr. Kirk Anuno Prayot from BOTNOI Group. Thank you so much. Next, Professor William Cope. And Professor Fei Chiang. And also to our beautiful moderator, Ajahn Siriponj. Thank you very much.
All right. Now we are moving to the last panel session 3, under the theme of AI in education, policy and collaboration perspectives. For session 3, we honor to have Dr. Glenn Low, CEO and co-founder Hey Hi from Singapore, Dr. Lashat Channoi, CEO, the Decoder Limited and Digital Transformation Manager, Google for Education Thailand. Dr. Jirapon Sangkhaweithai, Director, Technology Department from Institute for the Promotion of Teaching Science and Technology Thailand, and moderator Carlo Fernando, Learning Innovation and Information Specialist from SEAMEO. Are you guys ready for the last panelist? Woo. Please welcome.
Hello. Sawadee Krap. Sawadee Krap. Can you kindly greet each other before we begin? This is the last session. This is the last panel before one of the most important things for today, which is lunch. So we will be braving this 25-minute panel with all of our experts for today. But I'd also like to invite everyone. This is an interactive session as much as possible. So we invite everyone to please grab your phones and go to our Mentimeter. So as you mentioned, and I was also thinking about starting from the keynote from Dr. Gary and also with the wonderful presentations from our students and also from panel 2 from our researchers. Again, my name is Carlo, and I would really like to invite you, please. We can now proceed to our Mentimeter. To invite and to also engage everyone to participate, right? For this particular panel, we began with a discussion with students. And now we had a discussion also with academicians and also with thinkers. But for this particular panel, we want to invite a discussion on policy and also on practice, right? And in particular, in the issue of human teaming, the importance of partnerships. So we would like to begin by generating ideas, which the panelists will also answer, with a particular question focusing on policy. Now, the question for everyone, all of our participants, please scan the QR code on screen or go to menti.com with the code 4531847. The question is, what is the most important policy issue that we must address to ensure meaningful collaboration between humans and AI? Now, as you answer that particular question, I'd of course like to recognize our experts on the stage. Of course, we have Dr. Glenn Low, Chief Operations Officer and co-founder of Hey Hi from Singapore. We have Dr. Ratchata Chano, CEO of the Decoder and Digital Transformation Manager for Google for Education in Thailand. And of course, Dr. Chiraporn Sangkawetai, Director of the Technology Unit at the Institute of the Promotion of Teaching Science and Technology, or IPST. Now, that will be our general background. It will be your thoughts, which we will also be picking up as we proceed with the discussion. But I'd like to challenge our panelists for today. Now, if you were to answer this particular question, if meaningful human-AI teaming is our goal, what is the single most important policy decision that education systems need to make to ensure that artificial intelligence remains human-centered? We can begin with Dr. Chiraporn, then followed by Dr. Ratchata, and then Dr. Glenn.
Thank you. For me, the most important policy is this. When we bring, maybe show my, also, when we bring AI into schools, the curriculum must put people first, not the technology first. Because for the people first, this is the job of IPST. We design the AI curriculum for Thai schools. And why this question is very real for us. We use UNESCO framework, and this I will show for about the textbook that we already created and use the UNESCO framework to build these textbooks. For the UNESCO framework, this framework is put the human value, fairness, and the human control at the center. And we don't stop at the paper curriculum. We also train the teacher. And we teach them when use this human-centered way of thinking. And let me show you for one example activity that we already created. This activity called Managing AI. In this activity, the student and the teacher do small mission. They should decide how much should the AI do and how much should people do or human do. And maybe 80-20 for, but mostly human do more AI. Maybe 80-20, maybe 60-40. This idea is very simple. The human stay in control. The human decide when to use AI. The human checks the result, and the human thinks about the ethics. For me, this so the student is not only using AI, is sure. The student is learning to manage AI. For me, this is what is policy in human center policy means for me. And it's not just a rule on the paper. And we should strengthen in this curriculum and who keep and also teaching students and the teacher who keep a human in control. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. We have been sitting for a long hour. Actually, my role is digital transformation. I try to promote adaptive, active learning. Okay, let's start with an exciting activity. Okay, the first one we got the prize from Google. Anyone know what is the last set feature of Gemini AI that support using? The latest function we just released on 24th of June. Anyone know which one? Start from S. Anyone know? Raise your hand. We can give like a swap for you. Anyone know? That's all right. You just answer. Even though you get the long answer, I will give you. Anyone raise your hand?
Okay, this panel is sponsored by Google.
Okay. Okay.
So to repeat the question, sir,
okay.
Dr. Chata.
What is the latest feature of supporting learning on Gemini? You know? Which one? Stars Card. Okay. Even though it's not correct, I can give you. Okay, you can
Please
give.
claim your prize later.
Okay, you can. Okay. just for like the gimmick, because when I was asked the question, what is like what we do for you can give for the class, right? In terms of like a digital transformation, Google for Education Thailand, we do just read 5 important things. Can you go with the next slide? This one we call car, because right now I have to work with the government with 2 main policies. The first one we call anywhere, anytime learning. Another one we call like digital classroom of BMA or like Bangkok Puritan Organization. We found that both policy, we found the main issue that very important for Thailand. It is about capacity or capability of people or human. In my point of view, AI revolution should start from people before technology or AI. In my experience, let's form the C refer to capability. Even though we have support the device that we call Chromebook, no one know about Chromebook. Even though they gave for free, no one know. They should supplies, but interestingly, when the teacher get the Chromebook, they worry how we can use, how we can protect. That's why we need to start from capability. It's not just a device, it's about fear-fearing management. Because when we do the change, people will have the foundation of feeling. It's about the fear. Fear of new things, fear of implementation, fear of doing something wrong. That's why I think capability of people is very important. Another one that I found that very important is about attitudes of people, how they can use a corrective way. The AI or device will replace my job. This is a fear of teacher in Thailand. Do I still important for learning? Do I still important for the classroom? This is about that Google try to do is about attitude. We need to promote AI is assistant AI as a supporter, not replacement. Okay, the next one is about resources. Okay, we have like learning resources. We have online, on-site learning resources in order to reduce the fear of failing. When people have knowledge, when people have capability, when people know how to do something, the fear will less. When they have less fear, the potential is level up. That's why we do this way. The educational faculty of Chiang Mai University support us as well in this part. This is a very good way of implementation. The last one is about system and support. In Thailand, we have platform, but we don't inform them before. We inform after implementation. That's why we got suffering of problem. For example, the last 2 weeks when we have like the first day of semester open, the platform that we use got very big problem because students they send spam email and spread everywhere. So we have to stop this platform to fix for only 2 or 3 days. That's why I think support on system should be well prepared. This is my conclusion when we use or we have AI revolution in terms of learning or anywhere. We should focus on cars. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a very nice acronym, Dr. Glenn.
Hey, hi, everyone.
Hey, hi.
So, you may be asking, we are from Singapore, AI company focused on scaling personalized education. We always emphasize on, very similar to the experts here, is we're always talking about how can we empower human. We talk about teachers, we talk about empowerment, we bring in the concept of co-teachers, how can we leverage data AI to empower educators to do much more than what you can do right now. So back to the questions, we believe that the most important policy to be implemented in the era of AI is on teachers training and how do we, any policy that helps teachers to be able to handle the cars or the AI, and this will be the key policy to be implemented. And we have seen that educators not short of any tools, AI solutions in the market. Just go Google and search. Just go Google and search any keywords about AI tool. You get tons of it. Which one to use? How to use? What is the best practice to use? I believe I'm learning every day. Everyone here is learning every day. AI changed so much last week, yesterday, last month, last year. It is changing so fast that we have to learn every day. And I think teachers are the group of people who are struggling with a lot of works. 80% of the work is being wasted on admin work. And how do we help educators to free up extra time to learn how to use AI? And this is very important because we believe that students don't learn from policy. Students learn from the teachers. And teachers need to learn how to use AI well, and it will benefit our future generation. And that's why we think that policy, in terms of policy, teachers training is the most important way to bring the effects. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Very powerful statements. And I would like to recap what I heard and also what I have observed. Of course, from Dr. Chirapon, she said that people first, right? And then Dr. Achata was also mentioning about the capacity and the capability of people and human beings. And you also mentioned that the people first policy. But in particular, it's deep diving into the actors and also the enablers that provide human capacity development, which are our teachers. So very important, and also this is timely, a plug also from the Southeast Asian Ministers of Education Organization where I work. We released a landscape study on teacher professional development, right? And understanding how we can actually support our teachers. And part of that really is not only strengthening policies, but also strengthening ICT support for our teachers, and also making sure that the design for training teachers are also empowered by teachers themselves. Now, having said that, because policies can provide direction, but we also understand that policies do not implement themselves, as mentioned by Dr. Glenn. This brings us to the importance of partnerships. Now, going back to the Mentimeter, we can go to the next question there. And so the question number 2, I'll pick up later what you have posted in the first question. You can go to the next, to the Mentimeter. Yeah, okay, kapungkap. Now, so for our next question, no government, institution, or technology company or school can navigate AI alone. In your view, what partnership is currently missing or underdeveloped that is essential for meaningful partnerships? Should it be partnerships between universities and schools, researchers and policymakers, or perhaps learners themselves? What should we focus on? Where are we missing? What's lacking? Probably, Dr. Glenn, we can begin with you.
So, a bit background of myself. I come from engineering background. Love solving problems, and dedicated myself into the education sector, right on the fast-changing environment to bring data and AI into the industry. And we observe that many thoughts and visions stays on paper, but when it comes to actual implementation, is not moving as fast. But as we mentioned, technology has moved so fast, policy changed so fast, but what about implementation? And that goes back to the questions about partnerships here. We don't want the concept just stay on paper. We want to make sure that whatever stays on paper has a form, have a channel of validation to know that the effectiveness of such framework, how is it work? And if we go back to the stakeholders in education sector, we talk about multi-stakeholders here. As referred to the Singapore government master plan of 2030, it clearly stated 4 key stakeholders here. We talk about students, teachers, schools, and recently, in 2023 onwards, Singapore has identified that EdTech ecosystem, EdTech players, is another key stakeholders to realize the master plan 2030. And coincidentally, 2 weeks ago in Hong Kong, we see that the blueprint of digital learning also emphasized the key 4 stakeholders that is important to contribute to that direction. I think the world is moving to the same direction in the sense that we identify EdTech players play a very important role in this case. Because I think from my observation of serving about 300,000 of users across the region right now, we have seen that educators constantly feel lost, how to implement, what is the best practice to implement. And it is important for us as an EdTech player, together with teachers, these are the 2 most important partnerships that I want to emphasize here is on how can we actually come in to share the best practice of what we have learned in Singapore, what we have learned in Indonesia, what is the situation in Chiang Mai, what is the situation in Thailand in general, and we share the knowledges, and actually the whole ecosystem will flourish, and then we can see a better implementation and outcome from here. And that will be something that I would say we as an EdTech player, we have to change our mindset as well. As I always tell my team, we are not just building a tool for educators. We should be building together with educators, understand their pain points, understand implementation, and measure the outcome. And that will be something that we emphasize a lot.
For about public sector side, for IPST, we don't work alone. We work in partnership. We sign MOU, for example, we sign MOU with OBEC, that's is also in the public side, and NASDA, which include NECTEX. Yes, we also together to run about drive AI teaching in school, and we also run about the project of the training of the teacher in school also, we also create like the our lead education program together to building a lead teacher of the AI around the country, because we want the lead teacher to can extend their knowledge to their environment or their areas. And we also work with EDA to build on the AI and digital ethics for students and the teachers. And we also very glad to work with the private sector too. For example, we work with the Microsoft, and maybe in the later we will work with Google also. And this project run training, online training teacher course, and that's already trained more than 160,000 of teachers across the country. The partnership like this, I think, is really bring real value, and I also think where we can grow together for about both parts. And I believe each partner have a strongest in a different place. But for me, in my opinion, the student curriculum and the learning standard and the ethics is in the side of the public sector, because if we can control the curriculum in the neutral way, and also keep the human, not the product, at the center. And I think for us to work together, we can like a co-design a course of the training of the teacher, because company knows their product well, and we know our teacher and the classroom well. When we co-design the teacher training course together, I think it's we will stay in the same room at both public side and the private sector side, and we'll get the teacher to get the real skills. And also when we want to reflect of the training course, we can reflect to its own value, on our value and our own context, because maybe some products from the foreigner or the outside of the country is the best way to bring it to our country and adapt it to in our context. I think if we work like this, the partnership will not stop when the project ends, and will become an AI and human team in the real and maybe sustainable. Thank you.
Hello. Okay. I always keep an eye on my audience. Are you still be with me? If you still be, can you smile to us? Okay, that's why it's the way. Just quick summarize, okay? In terms of partnership, based on my experience, I think I can conclude in just read 5 main things. The first one that I found very important, we not only partner with human, we have to partner with like platform or something. The first factor is direction. I work for Google for almost 2 years. I have to work with almost 10 directions from at least 4 ministers of education. It's change all the time. That's why we need to have like a stability of direction. And also another one we call platform. The same thing. I have to deal with different 3 platforms already. Do the same thing, but different kind of platform. It's very challenging. And also like data governance, that we have to concern because the user or the implementer, they worry about, for example, some parents, they worry about the personal information of their family. Any platform, any tech provider will take their personal information to do something. That's why we have to deal with this kind of thing. The first one, this is about teacher ongoing development. Okay. The last one that really important is ongoing support and development. We cannot succeed with just a single training or support. We need to have ongoing, keep develop, and learn every single day to develop and make the innovation happen. That's why I think these 4 things, this is very important for policy implementation partnership. Thank you. I on time, right?
Yes, we are. Thank you so much, Dr. Rachata, Dr. Glenn, and Dr. Chiraport. Possibly, can we go back to our Mentimeter? And a final request, just to summarize things up. I'm also picking what I'm reading from the Mentimeter in terms of policies. The audience mentioned biases, assistance, not that AI should assist us, not master us, validity, reliability, productive struggles. We should not veer away from that. And in terms of partnerships, they also echo what the panel has said in terms of multi-stakeholder partnerships. But I also particularly liked about what you said, Dr. Rachata, is teacher professional development should not be short-term and one-time, but it should be continuous and lifelong, which is also, I guess, resonating to the keynote speeches that have been mentioned earlier. A final request, next and the last question for all of us. If you're still with us, if you had to choose one word, just one word, that should guide AI policy and partnerships, what would it be? Dr. Rachata. Just one word also for the audience via Mentimeter.
For me, just one word. I think I can call human power AI. Is okay.
That's 4.
Okay. Human. Okay, human.
Okay. Dr. Chiraport?
For me, I choose wisdom. Yes. Very clear for this word, for this situation now in Thailand.
When it comes to answer require one word, I prefer to be the first one. Because my keyword is teacher.
Thank you. And from the audience, what they said in terms of one words, not like nothing in terms of like frequent, because all of them appear to be unique. Scaffolding, humane, relationship, integrity, critical, respect, harmony, personal, sustainable. So it's really an alignment of human values, making sure that the use of AI is values-driven, as you also mentioned, Dr. Chiraport. And that's essentially what we have discussed in terms of strengthening policies and partnerships. Again, I'm Carlo from SEAMEO. Again, can we give a warm round of applause to our panelists today? And we are, on behalf of the conference organizers, thank you again so much, and please enjoy the rest of the conference. Popcorn Cup.
This is amazing and insightful sessions on the privacies and cooperations perspective. I think that if we have one version that work together to make it happen, we would create a better learning community. Thank you very much. And everyone, please remain on the stage. Okay. At this moment, I would like to invite Dr. Habiba Abdul Rahim to present a token of appreciation to the panelists and moderator. Please welcome. For the first person, can I have Dr. Glenn Low? Please welcome. Thank you. Next, can I have Dr. Rashata Tannoy? Next, Dr. Jiraporn Sankavetai. And for the last person, can I have Carol Fernando? And can we have a group photo together on the stage? Please welcome.
To this point, I would like to invite Dr. Habibah Abdul Rahim, Director of SEAMEO Secretariat, to conduct a summary and reflection for the morning session. Please welcome. After a long day of keynote, panels, and speech, here come to the end of the morning session. And Director of SEAMEO Secretariat, Dr. Habibah Abdul Rahim, will give us a summary and reflection for the morning session. Please welcome once again.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is kind of difficult because a lot has been said, and it's almost time for lunch or past the scheduled time. But as we conclude this morning's rich discussions, I would like to thank Chiang Mai University, our co-hosts, our speakers and moderators, and everyone here today who has pushed our strategic boundaries, as we've heard throughout the session. I would like to touch upon Associate Professor Dr. Gary's keynote, where AI, as told by him, is seen as teammate, where human-AI teaming is a relationship between people and AI, where there is interdependent partnership towards shared goals. And he laid out a framework of competencies for meaningful collaboration, and he also posed to us the maturity pathway and about where we are in general, but we can ask ourselves where we are in that maturity pathway. We also heard voices from the students and our new teacher on learning with AI. We also heard voices on teaching with AI and practices with it. And we heard in the last session on AI in education, focusing on policies and partnerships. It's very heartening to listen from Dr. Sherapon about people first, on Dr. Rashada on human capacity first, and also the emphasis from Dr. Glenn on the importance of multi-stakeholder partnership. So all these are very important, but one thing that we hear from this session is that the era of human-AI teaming is no longer a future concept. It is our reality, and as we transition into the afternoon session, we must confront the ultimate leadership question: how do we turn today's insights into immediate actions that keep education human-centered? This conference cannot be a forum for passive listening. Leadership requires us to leave this hall with clear initiatives. To that end, I challenge every stakeholder group here with a direct charge from a systems and regional perspective, because that's where I come from. For policymakers and university leaders, may we move beyond localized classroom pilots. We must design at the systems level, integrating data across smart schools, smart cities to address our region's most persistent structural challenges, from tracking student retention to optimizing regional resource management. I think we've heard from Dr. Glenn just now that digital technology, AI, is moving very fast. And our policies also change fast. But then, when we look at implementation, it may not be as fast. That's as observed by Dr. Glenn. But we also have studies that showed as such. For example, the study by IITE, which I've mentioned earlier this morning, where progress in the region is very uneven. And research from our own SEAMEO VOCTEC in Brunei also shows, using their Smart Education Readiness Index, that we are very high on policies, but we have not matched it with processes and delivery. For our industry and tech partners, may we make sure that no one is left behind. As you facilitate this afternoon's workshop, may we be able to ensure these tools are scalable for disadvantaged, resource-constrained institutions, not just highly connected urban hubs. Because we know that there's huge potential with technology, including AI, but we want the learning gap to be narrowed. And how do we do that? For our students, may we not be passive users of technology, be the intentional, ethical minds that direct it. Use this conference to learn how to team up with AI so that you can build a more sustainable, capable, and human-centered future. Ask the hard, uncomfortable questions. Stand up to decide what is fair, what is inclusive, and what is right for your community, and use AI to serve human needs, to protect their environment, and to bridge inequalities across our region. As we head into the afternoon research presentations and specialized workshop, may we seek out concrete partnerships, connect with someone outside your country, outside your institution, and outside your comfort zone. As you return to your respective institutions to lead, I leave you with 4 questions that we can consider asking to ourselves and with each other, not just as professionals, but also as human beings. On purpose, when AI can flawlessly deliver content and automate assessments, what is the irreplaceable value of a human educator? What life-changing experience must a physical campus guarantee that software cannot replicate? On equity, how might we govern AI deployment so that it actively bridges regional inequalities? What concrete mechanisms will ensure technology acts as an equalizer for marginalized learners rather than an elite privilege that widens the digital divide? On impact, how might we elevate our vision of AI from an isolated classroom utility into a regional problem-solving strategy? What operational partnerships must universities form to turn data into solutions for complex challenges? Let these questions guide your networking, your research, and your institutional policies moving forward. So may I leave with this final message. Technology will continue to evolve, but the heart of education will always be human. AI can help us reduce administrative tasks, provide intelligent support, and unlock new possibilities for teaching and learning. Yet, its greatest value lies in giving educators more time to do what humans can do, inspire curiosity, nurture confidence, cultivate empathy, and develop the resilience and character that learners need to navigate an increasingly complex world. Just now we heard, the experience of having 4 ministers over a period of time. Don't worry. During my 100 days in office as the Director General of Education in Malaysia, in my 100 days, I had 4 ministers of education. Challenge will always be there, right? But we need to face it positively. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Such an amazing and on-point summary and reflection. All right. Everybody, ladies and gentlemen, we have gone through several meaningful sessions, right? But based on what Mr. Falado said, one amazing part is lunchtime.
Yes.
Everyone's waiting for, right? Are you hungry?
Yes.
Yeah?
I'm starving.
Okay, so before we go for lunch, I would like to announce some important informations for you guys. As for our VIP guests, lunch have already been prepared at the Hall of Fames. So and our staff gonna guide you through there. And as for the rest of the participants, lunch is already served on the 4th floor of this building, from room 4401 to room 4408. So you may proceed there.
And we still have amazing section waiting for us in the afternoon. We have both national and international conferences and showcases.
Unfortunately, Sky and I have to leave now because we have to get ready, be prepared for our performance in the afternoon session.
All right. So we're gonna see you again in the afternoon. So please come back and give them a hands of applause for doing an amazing job today, this morning. Thank you so
very
much.
much.
Thank you
Goodbye,
very much.
everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bon
See you in the afternoon
appetit.
session.
See you.